1019
KACQ. I'm Casey Chapman here with your local Lampasas area news. It was a very quiet day for LPD yesterday. Animal Control stayed busier than officers with a handful of animal complaints. High school SROs responded to a possession of a controlled substance call, and officers went out on a couple of harassment calls. One in the 300 block of East First, the other in the 700 block of Dent. No arrests were made by the city or county. Lomita had a quiet day. Kipner went out on a shots fired call, worked a theft case, responded to a suicidal call, and checked out on a suspicious person. County deputies went out on a noise complaint in the early morning hours, swept up a wreck, worked a civil matter, sent out to Cove to respond to an alarm, and settled a disturbance. The burn ban has been lifted until next Monday. Lampasas ISD is one of the few districts in Texas that will be administering rapid testing for COVID-19, and Sgt Washko joined us today. Those details and more Lampasas local area news is coming up next.
There's nothing like a Ford, and there's no better place to get yourself driving that new Ford, like Hoffbauer Ford in Lampasas. With many different vehicles to choose from, with the best prices in Central Texas, with the highest quality and friendliest service center that takes care of you and your car for years to come. Don't wait any longer. Check them out at 902 North Key Avenue in Lampasas, or go online to hford.com. See their inventory, value your trade-in, and take advantage of their local pickup and delivery. Or call Spencer McKnight at 512-556-3631. Get yourself driving your new ride today. There's nothing like a Ford.
Let's go, Let's go!
Sergeant Brian Washko joined us this morning and went live. He talked about safety for school buses and fines for not abiding by the rules and child trafficking. Here are some clips from this morning's broadcast.
So, October, let's talk about school bus safety. October is National School Bus Safety Month, and the purpose of this is for parents, students, teachers, motorists, and the school bus drivers to promote the importance of our school bus safety. After all, I think we're all in agreement that the school buses carry our most precious cargo, our kids and our grandkids. And the statistics show that students are 70 times more likely to get to school safely when taking a bus instead of traveling by car.
Really?
Yeah, so that alleviates a lot of traffic, too, because if you ever go, being from Killeen, driving through there, we have, Fort Hood, military town, you're going to have a lot of kids.
Well, let's expand on that to make it clear. When a school bus is stopped on the road,
mm-hmm.
when do the people on the other side of the traffic have to stop?
Yeah, the state law requires you to stop for a school bus when the lights are activated and the stop sign is out in both directions, unless it's a divided highway and there's a grass median or a concrete wall.
Okay,
so
but it does have to be a divided highway.
Yes, like right here out in front of the station. If there's a school bus headed south, you're going north, you have to stop as long as the lights are on.
Gotcha. And a pretty hefty fine, too, if you don't.
$1,250.
Is it really?
Up to $2,000. And then, of course, if you injure somebody in the process, it's a Class A misdemeanor and could work its way up. The worst case scenario, get somebody hurt or killed, and that has happened across the country. And that's why these buses are so regulated, and that's why it is the safest form of travel, because they are regulated. They're bright yellow, got the lights to stop other motorists. And, traditionally, when I was a kid over in, elementary school, we'd get off the bus, we just took off and ran right across. We never looked left or right. We were invincible anyway. And back then, if we got hit by a car, we probably just walked it off. I don't know. We were tougher back then.
Kudos to you guys and the Texas Marshals, man. We were talking about human trafficking last time you were here.
Yes.
You guys are cracking down on that. You're rounding a lot of people up here.
Yeah, this is something that was right in front of our eyes in plain sight, but we didn't know anything about it. Stopping vehicles all day long. We're looking for our drunk drivers, our drugs, and our narcotics going up and down the road, our criminals. But we never once looked. We see the kids in the back seat, but we never once thought, do they belong there? And matter of fact, the trooper out of Belton, Ben Tester, he was stopped the vehicle and was ahead of, I believe she was 14 or 15. She was being trafficked, and of course it took a little digging because she wasn't cooperative with the person she was with, who was running her up and down the interstate, and turns out she was number 500. So it hit that milestone and the 500th rescue.
And 500 plus, because down in Houston, you rounded up a lot of people.
There's more and more every day, because the troopers and officers all around the country are being trained in how to look for the introduction and protection of children. So
yeah, it was what, 12, 13 people that they rounded
and
up.
it's such an epidemic because they come in from all over the world. China has a big influx of girls coming over here with that promise they're going to stay with a family member who's set up business, and they come here, and next you know they realize, well, they're going to be a sex slave for the next however many years they're going to be alive, and whatever happens to them afterwards, I don't know. Nobody does, but it doesn't end well. I mean, it's got to be a terrible life for them. So there's nowhere for them to run. For one, they're terrified of the government to do anything because how they're brought up, and two, they don't speak the language, and they're just threatened, of course, with their life if they do say anything. So they just comply.
Now, I've noticed some business owners can, like the restaurants and gas stations, they can actually get some information that they can put in the restrooms.
Yes, and I've seen those. Well, traveling across the country, you go to these interstate restrooms, and they're posted on both men and women's restroom, because it isn't just young females. There are young males being trafficked too. I mean, there's kids 1 year old being trafficked. It's terrible.
Governor Abbott rolled out a new pilot program for rapid testing for COVID-19 in schools. That includes Lampasas ISD. TSN's Austin Bureau Chief Chris Fox reports that hope is to have it fully operational in 2 weeks.
The rapid antigen tests will be administered to students, teachers, and staff who participate, initially in 8 school systems throughout the state. Governor Abbott teased the program back in August.
We do have additional test-based companies working to bring strategies online that could dramatically increase the number of tests that are run on a daily basis.
Schools enrolled in the program will also receive personal protective equipment to administer the rapid tests, which are expected to produce results within 15 minutes. Schools can apply for the program through the Texas Education Agency. In Austin, Chris Fox, TSN News.
The free rapid testing will take place at FNC Science in Lampasas to all symptomatic students and or staff as a part of the pilot program. Asymptomatic testing of staff will be offered, but it is volunteer only. They plan to have the first one Monday at the high school. It was a seller's market yesterday. Here's Ken Gontarik with your complete cattle market report.
It was a buyer's market yesterday at the Lampasas cattle auction. 490 head went through the ring yesterday. That's down from last week's sale of 679, but up from a year ago's 335. Compared to last week, feeder steers and heifers were $3 to $5 lower. Slaughter cows remained steady, and slaughter bulls were steady to $2 lower. On the steer side, no test on the 2 to 300 pounders. 3 to 4s went from $1.30 to $1.80. 4 to 500 pounds, $1.22 to $1.56. 5 to 6 went from $1.10 to $1.36 a pound. 6 to 700 pounds, a solid buck to $1.26. 7 to 8s capped it off with 90 cents to $1.05. On the heifer side, no test on the 2 to 3s. 3 to 4s went from $1.21 to $1.56. 4 to 5s, $1.17 to $1.31. 5 to 600 pound heifers, $1.06 to $1.20, and 6 to 7s went from $1.02 to $1.20. 7 to 800 pounds, $88 to $1.09, and on the slaughter cow side, under 800 pounds, went from a dime to 20 cents a pound. 800 to 11, 30 to 45, and the 11 to 13s went from 44 to 57 cents a pound. On the slaughter bull side, no test on the 1,000 to 13s. The 13s to 21s went from 67 to 78 cents a pound, and on the bred replacement cows, the baby tooths went from 600 to 1,000 a head, while the solid mouse went from 500 to 850. No test on the cow-calf pairs. Ken Gontarik, Lampasas Radio News.
Early voting continues today and runs through the 30th. 751 Lampasas County residents stood in line yesterday to cast their ballots. That was down slightly from Tuesday's 798. Altogether, including mail-in ballots, that totaled 1,936 since Tuesday. In Lampasas, you can cast your ballot from 8 to 5 in the County Annex Conference Room at 409 South Pecan. Stick around, your COVID-19, sports, and Allison Pope with your weather is just moments away.
Rutt Fencing is your leader in the fencing industry. They can handle any size job, large or small, commercial or residential, any size farm or ranch, privacy fences, gate openers, cattle guards. They'll complete your entryway from the ground up, including any wrought iron work that you're wanting to get done, and you don't pay until the job is done to your satisfaction. They use the highest quality materials and products, customizing them specifically to fit your needs. Their designers will meet you on your property and discuss what you're looking for. Call them today, 254-458-2128 to get your free estimate. You can also check them out online at ruttfencing.com.
For your COVID-19 update, as of yesterday, there was over 78,000 estimated active cases of the virus in Texas. The fatality count in the state remains over 16,000. Around the region, Bell County is up to 5,931 total cases. Coryell County added a couple, showing 1,914. Burnett added another 31 with 842. Mills is up 4 at 70. San Saba up 1 with 103. and Hamilton added 4 with 176 total cases. Keep in mind that the number of total cases includes those who have recovered, and the spikes could be a result of late reporting. Here locally, Lampasas County is reporting 385 total cases. Active cases dropped down now at 34, and 1 remains hospitalized. The number of fatalities stands at 11, and 340 county residents have recovered from the virus so far. Free COVID testing is going on again this week at the Killeen Special Events Center from 9 to 7 and on Saturday from 11 to 5. You can get registered at gogettested.com. If you haven't heard yet, due to COVID-19 concerns, Vision Lampasas has announced the cancellation of Squared Silly this year.
It'll be a mostly sunny day for you today, heating your temperatures to around 76. And a bit windy with some north winds coming at you around 10 to 20 miles per hour. Gusts as high as 30. It'll be a cloudy night tonight with temperatures dropping to 54. It'll be a sunny day for you on Friday with temps peaking at 72. Clear night skies and temperatures fall to 52. And another sunny day for you on Saturday with a high near 80 and a low of 65. This is Allison Pope with your local Lampasas area weather. Have a good day.
There are some procrastinators who've been putting off filling out that 2020 census form. Today is the last day that it can be filled out.
That's because the census is ending early. The deadline is today to file online or get that form in the mail. Field offices were closed due to COVID, but Texas State demographer Lloyd Potter says things might not be as bad as some predict.
We're using the internet and telephone this time, and so that might have maybe even improved the enumeration of those traditionally undercounted populations.
99% of Texas homes got a visit, but he says it's unclear if people came to the door due to COVID. It'll likely be months until we know exactly how the state did. Michael Board, TSN News.
For your sports, Badger varsity football hits the road tomorrow night to take on the rival team, the Burnett Bulldogs. If you can't get tickets to the game, tune into Lampasas Radio or online at lampasasradio.com for the play-by-play action with Kenny Murray and Daryl Brooks. Starting with the pregame show at 7, kickoff at 7:30. And tune in at 7:45 tomorrow morning for the Badgers Coaches Show on KACQ 1019. There are a few dogs still looking to be adopted at the Lampasas Animal Shelter. The animals you see here are looking for new homes. First, we have Logan. He's been there since August. He is a cattle dog. He's 1 year old, a male, and he is neutered with a beautiful white brindle color. Logan is very sweet and very playful. We have Hazel, a black hound mix who is 2 years old, not yet spaded. Hazel is very loving and playful. And then you have Greta, a hound mix who's 2 years old and also not yet spaded. Greta is sweet, playful, and shy. If you would like to make Hazel or Greta part of your family, get a hold of the Lampasas Animal Shelter. The weekend is right around the corner. If you're going garage selling or looking for a job, here's Trinity Hutzel with Inside the Fold.
Hi, my name is Trinity Hutzel, and I'm bringing you Inside the Fold. If you're looking for a job, there's someone needing help remodeling a home. They will be paying $12 an hour, and you can call 512-516-4478 for more information. Hoffpower Chevrolet still has immediate openings for a porter and quick service consultant, and LA Porter Construction is looking for an experienced 980M loader operator and Class 8 truck driver at the rock quarry. A station is available at an established salon with good traffic, and a retired ranch hand is needed for a couple days a week. If you need more information or phone numbers to call about those jobs, go ahead and look inside your local radiogram. If you need a place to stay, there's a duplex for rent, 2 bedroom, 1 bath for $600 a month with $200 deposit. If you're looking for a pet, there's German Shepherd pups for sale, an Anatolian Cross Guard dog puppies for sale, and a red male Dachshund for sale. For numbers and prices on those, you can look inside a radiogram. If you're looking for something to do this weekend, check out a garage sale section where you'll find a bunch of different garage sales happening this weekend. Why not go ahead and get some early Christmas shopping done? In upcoming events, there's a meeting for the Lampasas and middle school band parents at 6:30 p.m. On Friday, October 16th and Friday, October 30th, St. Mary's is having a food pantry from 10:30 a.m. to noon. This Saturday and every Saturday, the farmers market will be happening from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. And for anything else you might need, or if you just need an update on the city of Lampasas, pick up your local radiogram. You can find us just about anywhere. Thank you for watching. This has been Inside the Fold.
Thank you, Trinity, and thank you to our viewers. We will see you again tomorrow. I'm Casey Chapman here with your local Lampasas area news.
1019 KACQ.